Mayhem Clubhouse show will start shortly with your hosts, Antony B and Mr. Carlos, and your special guest live in the studio co-host, soul artist Malika. The Mayhem Clubhouse show will start shortly with your hosts, Antony B and Mr. Carlos, and your special guest live in the studio co-host, soul artist Malika.
It's that time again, guys. It's the Friday Mayhem show with your special guest, soul artist Malika. We have Nikia. We have special guest group Emerge. We also have the soul artist Tony Walk, and we have live reporter from Hollywood actress Tara Bennett Smith. You guys are in the right place at the right time. Stay focused, stay tuned, and enjoy the show.
So it's the Mayhem Clubhouse show with the boys with the noise, Antony B and Mr. Carlos. We're up in the building out of the big bad city of London. It's Friday. Let's go.
Show is brought to you by English Promotions. For more information, check out the website at www.englishpromotions.com. UK to the USA.
Shout out to the whole Mayhem squad, man, all the way from North Carolina.
It's the Friday Mayhem Clubhouse Show with Antony B and Mr. Carlos.
Coming on the show today are Nikia Monet from the Muzzle Is Off podcast.
What do the people have to say, right?
Soul artist Tony Walk.
Can I talk to you? Tell you who I am.
R&B group Emerge. And live from Hollywood actress Tara Bennett Smith. Click and subscribe to the Mayhem Clubhouse Show YouTube channel.
Okay, it's the Mayhem Clubhouse show with the boys with the noise, Antony B, Mr. Carlos, and our special guest, our co-host.
It's time to introduce our co-host on the Mayhem Clubhouse show, soul artist Malika.
In the studio, we've got
Malika.
Yeah. I'm rocking the new t-shirt, the new Mayhem Clubhouse show t-shirt. What do you think, guys?
Don't give me day job, bro. Don't do that.
Looks alright, man.
Don't look too.
I just thought I'd model it.
You know what it is. Anthony. One big jacket.
Yeah. Hey, you know
I'm
flossing. You might as well say, what the hell have I got my dark glasses? You know how I do.
Well, we did question that, but mental health is a major thing at the moment, and we don't like to talk about it.
The glasses is so I can't see you.
That's a good one, mate. Come back that one.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Listen, it's time we get into the debates right here on the Mayhem Clubhouse show. And we have a special guest. She's going to be participating in it. And her name's Nikia. Yeah. She's in the house.
Welcome.
She's a podcast superstar. And do you know what her podcast is called?
No, you're going to tell me.
The Muzzle Is Off. It's one of the biggest podcasts in the USA. And she is here live and direct. She doesn't mince her words. She just tells it like it is. So people, just be aware. She is the one. She's got the mouth.
Live on the Mayhem Clubhouse show next. Nikia Monet from the Muzzle Is Off podcast on the Mayhem Clubhouse show next.
Okay. We've got Nikia Monet up in the building. She's here. How you doing? You all right?
I'm doing all right.
We have to do the round of applause, man. We have to do the round of applause. It works. What did you do? Oh, the English thing. Yeah. Yes. Thank you all. Very good shit.
Well
Okay. What part of the States you from?
New Jersey.
Okay. What's it like over there? All right, good, bad, or indifferent, weather-wise?
I mean, it's 80 degrees today, so it's hot.
It's hot. That's hot. Well, what's it like over here? It's cold, isn't it?
I think it's about 9-10 degrees.
It's cold. It's cold. 9-10 degrees. It's 9-10 degrees. Okay, so welcome to the show.
American.
Yeah, what is that in Fahrenheit?
When you open your fridge and you put your hand in it, that's what we're dealing with.
This is cold as ice. This is cold as ice. Okay. Do you know what? We're going to talk about what Ebony K. Williams said. I'll tell you what, Nakia, hold on. Let's watch the video and then we come back to you.
What's going on in the news on the Mayhem Clubhouse Show?
The reality that needs to be said out loud is that as black men age, their desirability increases. Thus, their optionality of women is always expanding. And the exact opposite is true for black women. As we age, doesn't matter how much money we accumulate, our degrees or professional accolades, the reality is that our marriage and partnership market value is depreciating with every passing year. No matter how good we look, no matter how fit we are, men are still seeing primarily our presumed dwindling fertility as a knock against us. And speaking of fertility, that is another reason that I want younger black women to seek marriage and partnership in college or right after, if that's what they choose. Because the number of college-educated black men is so low when compared to black college-educated women that we're all going to be targeting the same small pool of men. And as we heard today, on most campuses, there's like 7 black women students for every 1 black man student. Y'all do the math. So here's my advice. If you are a young black woman in college and you know in your heart and in your head that you want to prioritize family, I suggest that you simultaneously pursue that MRS degree right along with that BA or JD. Because the handful of black college-age men that actually do desire to get married soon, and they do share that value system, and family is a priority for them too, y'all, that is an incredibly small pool, and it's shrinking as you get older.
Wow. Oh, okay. I'm looking at your face, and what's your opinion on that?
I don't know, because she's only speaking to a younger demographic. She's not even talking to me.
Yeah.
And with that, people also have to understand that even there are young black women whom are going to college where that's not their focal point in that moment in time, because of the fact that they're focused on getting their degrees, they're focused on where they want to go in the future. And a lot of the times she's right, technically, right?
Yeah.
Because me being older and yet still single, what I'm realizing is that a lot of black men in my age group don't want any more kids. And
Okay.
I'm a woman that doesn't have kids. So because I don't have kids and they don't want any more kids because they started younger and I wait, the value of what I want now is not what they want. So she's right. If you are younger and you are a young black woman and you're in college and your ultimate goal is to pursue family and career, focus on both at the same time. Because as you get older, I'm not going to say that, your value decreases. Like, I just think that's a bunch of BS. But I am going to say that it does get tougher and it does get harder because of the fact that as you get older, men that started earlier literally are not going to want to start a family, and they already got
Right.
kids. And you're 42 and he's 45 and he already got a 20-year-old in college. And now you're saying now you want to start and have a baby. They're not going to want that. And I'm experiencing that. A lot of my other friends are experiencing the same things as well. So it causes literally a rift in a relationship. And it's hard to find someone that's on the same page as you.
Okay. Carlos, what would you like to say?
We need to understand what goals are and achieving these goals. I mean, we found this at a much later stage where maybe if we had this kind of information 20 years ago, we could look at it different. That we've got to look at achieving goals, creating family, and still achieving success at a young age. We seem to have this party thing where we're going to enjoy our life first, and we get into our 30s, and then we'll start. Where I find other nations starting as a nation, we have to start helping ourselves. We're relying on others, and we've got to rely on ourselves, and it's so important now.
Nikia?
I think that is, for me, like when I was growing up, the one thing my mother instilled in me was get your education, start your career. One thing we never really did talk about, like he said, is family. How do you want to create family? What does family look like for you? What is that dynamic, right? We don't talk about that at a young age.
No.
Unless you're part of the church world, because when you're part of the church world, that's a little different. Because a lot of times, like they want to be married and have their first kid by the time they're like 20. You know what I'm saying? So depending upon your demographic and where you're from, you're going to focus on something totally different and your upbringing. Because my upbringing literally focused me on education, career, advancement, go where you want to go, live life, but focus here. But we don't focus on family at an early age. Like we absolutely just do not focus on family at an early age unless, for some reason, not for some reason, but you just start having sex at an early age. So you just start having kids and stuff. And then, eventually you'll find that one person. But for me, I was like, I don't want to have a kid this early. I don't want to do this early. I'm not going to be able to provide for the kid this early. And I think that's the same thing, like how some of these young people are thinking. How will I be able to provide for a family at the age of 25? Then on top of that, you also have to think of the financial aspect of it. In order for you to create a family, you got to have some type of finance, right? Today's time is totally different. Literally, they're all over here arguing, especially in the States, about minimum wage. What is a minimum wage? What is a livable wage? What is a wage in which someone... So you're young, you're in college, you're not literally working in your career yet. So you're working at a fast food place or wherever to make money. And that salary right now is like $14 an hour. How can you afford a family at $14 an hour? How can you provide for a wife and kids or whatever at $14 an hour, and you're still young, pursuing your career, pursuing where you want to be? Now, granted, you can grow into that, but there's going to be a lot of struggle, maybe not necessarily struggle, but there's going to be a lot of financial hardships when you're building in that way. I don't know what age she's talking about, but 20 years ago when I was younger, you probably could do that with $20 an hour. But you can't do that today with $20 an hour. Your average rent is going from $2,000 to $3,000 a month. So what are you providing for in that aspect?
Yeah.
When you think of childcare is over $2,000 a month for a good childcare provider. So how can you say that they need to get married at a young age?
I agree. I agree. Can I just sorry about this, Carlos. We're talking about the older generation here. Malika, you're younger, from the younger generation. What's your opinion on this?
Well, I feel like, especially like people I'm around, I feel like we're all very like career driven, and I don't think that like, I mean, a lot of us, we want a family, but like a lot of us are still studying. Like, we have other priorities, and it's never going to be that. So it might get difficult. But I know like a lot of like young men my age as well probably have like the same goal. Like a lot of my friends, maybe it's because of the people I surround myself with, but the people I'm all around are quite career driven, and family isn't one of their priorities at the moment.
Got you, Carlos.
For me personally, I don't even get into the race thing, but where we're starting from, we're starting on a level playing field. So we are trying to start from the bottom of our way up. It's going to be very hard for us to catch up financially and grow. We can't really look at others because it's not a level playing field.
Okay, all right. And your final thought here?
I think for me, my final thought is you have to consider the times. So for her to make a blanket statement like that without considering the time in which we're in, I think that was a little careless. You have to consider the times in which we're in. You have to consider the demographic. You have to consider the resources. You have to consider all of that before you can make a blanket statement and tell the younger generation that they need to consider this at that age. Because the truth of the matter is, there's a lot more to marriage than just love. Okay?
Yeah.
So to tell someone they need to start considering it and go towards that route, I just think it's a bit careless. I think you have to give a lot more background and a lot more detail into all of that.
Okay, no, thanks. So I want to move on to this is a topic I don't even really want to talk about, but it's sort of blown up. It's gone viral all over the world at the moment, and that's Jada Pinkett Smith. Do we really look at his face? That means like hell no. But we're going to touch on it very, very, very quickly. Let's hear what she had to say in the interview. Let's hear this.
What's going on in the news on the Mayhem Clubhouse Show?
There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
Okay. Nakia. Love you, Nakia. Love you. Okay. Any no thoughts. We're just gonna have to wrap this one up. Any thoughts on it? Yeah.
I just don't know why the world needed to know that. And I get a person trying to tell their story. I get a person trying to, live in their truth and all that stuff. That's all that stuff she touted on the Red Table Talk. However, there are certain things that if in 2016 you guys didn't announce your separation, 2023 we didn't need to know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Simple.
And that also means that he sat there and slapped the whole man on live TV, talking about keep my wife's name out
of your mouth.
For no reason. There was absolutely no reason for it. He then got banned from the academy for 10 years because this man done made a G.I. Jane joke that you ain't like or whatever. And now you come out and you tell us that 7 years ago, y'all decided to separate. So what was the whole show about? What is this whole purpose about? Why did they even go on the Red Table Talk to discuss her entanglement? Okay, because we didn't even need to know that with August Alsina. So there's so many different layers to this crap here that I'm just like, I am all for a woman living in her truth, telling her truth, all that stuff. But if you didn't expose some of this stuff back then, y'all was separated when he did the Red Table Talk about her entanglement. Y'all didn't tell us that.
Yeah.
Why didn't y'all tell us then that you were separated? That would have made that whole story come to life. Then he wouldn't have to slap Chris Rock at the Academy Awards.
Yeah, but do you think the reason why they didn't do that is because of the Hollywood and the way they live their lives? Do you think that's probably part of the reason?
Two people who act like they don't care about what anyone thinks. I highly doubt that they hid it because they cared about someone else's thoughts. Y'all just had people like the rapper saying that they want that real love, that Will and Jada type love, to where, because that's the image you portrayed. But the truth of the matter was that you guys had already started to form a separation way before then. Like, she talked about it all on the Red Table Talk about how she felt like he didn't see her, he didn't know her, he didn't do all these other things as it pertained to her. So at the same time, no. I just think a lot of the times we put things in books because we want that book to sell. And in order for that book to sell, I got to give you something juicy that you're going to want to read. And that's what's happening right now. I didn't need to know all of that. They could have kept that for themselves in their closet, like everything else that's been in their closet.
Yeah, what wound me up is what you were saying when she slapped or he slapped Chris Rock. What was that all about? What absolute waste of time. And then now we found this out. How long was it? 6-7 years that they've been apart? What a waste of time. Why do we need to hear that? We don't need to hear it.
I'm hearing bits and pieces of the story. I mean, it came that Chris Rock was well aware that they weren't together. and actually asked her out and made an approach. Yeah, Will had a grudge against
Got mad.
No, I agree. I just feel like we didn't need to hear all that. We already heard the story of her and what was his name, August, the young.
Oh yeah. She had
and all of this rubbish. So I don't really know what that's supposed to do now.
It doesn't.
But I do kind of think that it's just for attention, just to stay relevant.
Attention, yeah.
Just to stay relevant, really. Like, no one had to know it. I think the world wasn't thinking about Jada Smith at the time.
Nobody
anything
did.
that was happening, anything that had happened, really.
Yeah.
Like, what
to be
happened.
quite honest, I didn't even really want to discuss this because I'm disgusted by the whole thing.
Celebrities.
Final thought, Nakia?
There's none. Blank.
Love that. Listen, I've got to say, Nakia, will you come back on the show again?
Of course.
Yeah, you're still out to America. Yeah,
with my voice back.
Now you sound good, man. You sound good.
Hey, good. It's been a pleasure having
you.
you.
Thank you so much for coming. So let's give it up for Nakia.
Nakia.
Nakia, do you want to just mention your socials, please?
Since I am branded this way, so everything on my social is under Nakia Monet. So Facebook, podcast, everything is under Nakia Monet. So you can always find me on Instagram, Facebook. Everything is under Nakia Monet. So that's how I'm searchable. Makes it easier.
Do you want to come on once a month on our show? You'd be happy with that, yeah?
I will definitely do that.
Love that. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Okay, it's the Mayhem Clubhouse Show with the voice, with the noise, Antony B, Mr. Carlos, and our special guest, our co-host in the studio. We've got... yeah, man, we're ready.
Okay, here we are, guys. It's the Friday Mayhem Clubhouse Show with your one and only Mr. Carlos alongside Antony B, and we have our co-host, soul artist Malika, going to give you some vocals. Here we go, guys.
All right, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, let's hear some of her vocals, man. She's fire. It's Friday. Let's go.
Yep.
She's going in. Let's go.
Confused, but amused at the way you get through to me. I know I'm not easy, but you read me perfectly. Transparency. Apparently, I have a little attitude, and people can never predict the mood I'll be in. But you're patient with me, and you say you won't leave, so I'm trying hard to not self-sabotage this, but my feelings are confusing, so I often try to hide it. But you're open, so I'm hoping this could be for real, the real deal. 'Cause you're open, so I'm hoping this could be for real, the real deal.
You know what? That is the real deal. The real deal. Right here, right now. Yep.
It's the great Malika up in the building, man. Soulstress, top singer out of London, UK. Okay, let's say hip 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 hooray.
Yep.
She is here, hopefully not to stay, because we do need to go because we're on our tippy toe. And I just want you to know what makes us bad, so because I know it from my head to my toe. Antony, be on the mic and know it's good. Oh, forget it.
Come on, mate.
Nah, you know I'm rubbish. Come on, man. Come on.
Don't worry.
Yeah, well done. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. We've got a special guest, Tony Walker. He's got a Soul Street voice. You heard him earlier. Lovely, great artist. You know, he's a good friend of the Mayhem Clubhouse show. And if he wasn't, he certainly is now. We're going to play his tune and then we're going to come back in conversation with the one and only Tony Walker. Here's Good Vibes.
Looking nice and lovely. Can I talk to you? Tell you who I am and get to know you, babe. Good vibes only. There's something about your vibe that makes me wanna thrive. Whenever I spend time, I'm feeling you, babe. It's good vibes only. Ooh. Looking for good vibes only. Don't you go leave me lonely. Hoping I'm not the only one who feels what I do, babe. I'm feeling you. You can see it in my walk, hear it in my talk. I'm a changed man now because of you, babe. It's good vibes only. Yeah. Ooh. Looking for good vibes only. Don't you go leave me lonely. Hoping I'm not the only one who feels what I do, babe.
Friday Mayhem Clubhouse Show with our hosts, Antony B and Mr. Carlos.
Hey. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, good vibes only. That's what you get right here on the Mayhem Clubhouse Show. Got a special guest right here on the Mayhem Clubhouse Show. It's the boys with the noise, Antony B and Mr. Carlos, and our special guest live in the studio, Malika in the building. So stressed. She's a soul singer. You guys are gonna get on really well.
On the Mayhem Clubhouse Show next. Soul artist Tony Walk on the Mayhem Clubhouse Show next.
Here he is in the building. Tony Walk up in the building. He's up in the building.
Hey, y'all.
He's up in the building. Tony Walk, how are you? I understand you've just come off a plane, yeah?
Yeah, it's been a lot, but I'm grateful.
Okay.
It's been a lot, but I am so grateful. I mean, I was just sitting here. First of all, we love Nakia. We love you, Nakia. I'm just introducing myself to Nakia. I was watching the show.
Yeah.
And yes, we love Nakia. We like the sisters that know how to firmly speak their minds without offending, but get their point across. So that's good.
Love that.
Positive.
Okay, well, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Main Clubhouse Show. I know you didn't have to come on today, but you heard the show's fantastic, and you said, I can't miss it.
Yes, I couldn't. It is a blessing, and I tell people this all the time that, I mean, it's a blessing for anyone to want to talk to you.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Thank you.
because we don't have that anymore in this generation. You guys are talking about the generational gap and what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's so true. We don't have conversation anymore. We will be in the same room texting each other.
Yeah. No, you're right in what you're saying. I mean, this was going back a couple of years ago. I took my wife out to dinner, and there was this young couple, and they were opposite each other, but they were talking. They didn't have any dialogue, any conversation in any way whatsoever. But you know what they were using? They were using this. They were using their phone to talk to each other. And then when the phone finished, they were looking up, left, right? They just didn't know how to communicate. I was being nosy because it's just what I do. But I understand where you're coming from. Nobody, particularly the younger generation, not you, because I know you can communicate, but the younger generation.
But it's not even
Yeah,
that.
but even like, I mean, it's a totally different thing now. I mean, and it's not their fault if they don't know how to properly communicate because the generational things, the things that we learned in our generation are not things that they learned. So, we didn't have the technology that they have now. It's a whole different spectrum of everything, and you just have to, just get in where you fit in. Just like they have to adapt some of the ways that we came up, we have to adapt some of the ways now that because you have to know how to use a phone and know how to use this computer. Because
But
I
you know
was
what it is,
lost.
Tone. You know what it is. You know what it is, Tone. I kind of have to look at parents. I've got to say to myself,
Yeah,
everything we've learned and we've been grounded came from our parents.
Yeah.
Now, the
yeah,
art of communication, talking around the dinner table, talking after you've had dinner, reading a book, that comes from
yeah,
the seniors that are around your life. Now, if they give you
yes,
an iPad and say just use that, they put a TV screen and just sit in front of that, you're not going to learn the art of communication. Everything's done on a
no,
screen.
It's
So,
technology.
so I
Technology is
think
taking
technology
over
or no
already.
technology,
yes,
we need to spend more time with our children and teach them the art of communication.
Yeah.
I
yes,
mean,
yes,
you're a guy, you find a girl attractive, you're in the same room, but you're liking her picture instead of actually talking to her. It's all
that's
wrong.
crazy.
Oh, let me like her
And
picture from
she's standing right
the
there.
room. Why don't you walk over and have a chat?
Yeah.
Talk.
Yeah, a bit of a
Yes,
conflab.
It's
Yeah.
it's the fear of communication.
It's, yeah,
We're
yeah.
becoming a society where we're almost
yeah.
isolated in the way
That's
we
more so
act.
the fear of rejection because
Yeah,
I find that people do not approach you or say nothing to you
No,
because
yeah.
they're
no.
scared that you're going to reject them. And then what
Correct.
happens is, so they move accordingly. And if
Hmm.
you are approachable and you seem to be nice, and then maybe they will, but they will stare all night for sure.
Yeah.
It's,
Okay. All right. Okay. Do you want to make your final point and
well,
then
no, I
we
was
move on
going to
to?
say we've become a society of images.
Mm,
But I was gonna say, I was thinking also like, I mean, before COVID and lockdown and everything, like, I can't remember how it was, but I was going out quite a lot, and I feel like COVID also had an impact on my generation as well because we grew up using phones, but we still had that
Yeah.
opportunity to go and meet people. And when that was taken back, I think that's why now,
mm,
like
very good point.
especially
Mm,
since 2020, since everything started to happen, like there's just a big like
mm.
increase in mental health issues and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because people don't talk to people anymore.
BMXs. We still went
What?
on our roller skates.
What's a BMX?
Yeah,
Well, they're riding them now.
it's
We
a
still went
bike,
out. Yeah, we still
I
went out
know, I know, I
on
know.
roller
you
skates,
know.
and we then came home in the evenings, and then we played computer
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
But we had the
Anthony B had a
balance.
big wheel.
No, he had a chopper, mate. He had a chopper.
Oh, look, the one you get on, the one you had
We
to get
get on.
on
Yeah,
and
you know
pedal.
the one. One
And
big
then he
wheel,
had the
one
one
small
shaped
wheel.
like a car because you
Yeah.
could tell he was the flossing even when he was 5, he was flossing. He was just like he had to be cool.
That is correct.
Oh,
I'm not even gonna lie. That's just the way it was. But listen, thank you for coming on the show. That was great
No,
insight.
thank you for
Just to
having me.
get to know you as a person. So you sung from a tender age of 9 years old. Tell us a little bit about how you got into the music game, my friend.
Well, how I got into the music game is I grew up in the church.
Okay.
I grew up in a church on the east side of South Los Angeles, which
Okay.
was considered not a good area, but it was my church and I loved them. They taught me everything I knew musically.
Yeah.
Growing up in choir and how to sing, Miss Ruby, Paul Richardson, and my
Oh
pastor,
wow.
Larry L.D. Richardson. Um, and I learned everything from them. That was my foundation to be able to sustain whatever I wanted to do vocally, whether it was jazz, gospel, R&B,
Okay.
whatever. Mhm.
Okay. All right. So you were singing from a tender age of 9 you were singing in church. You know, I've got to say, we speak to a lot of Americans, a lot of American artists, and they all start off from church. But
Yeah.
is that something that you're all pushed into, or I don't know.
No, no, not at all. And I wasn't even, well, actually, I was kind of in the beginning pushed into it because my father
Yeah.
would just drop me off. That was where getting rid of me on Sunday so he could, you know, do his thing.
To
So, and
push
he
him
would
into
just drop
church.
me off.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
I felt that after a while, it was meant for me to be there. It saved my life because
Okay.
I didn't have to be in the streets. I didn't
All
have
right.
to, for some reason, God has always had a veil over me with
Right.
things that I've wanted to do, things that I wanted to do. He would just block.
Okay.
Um, and that harmed me in a lot of ways because I didn't know who I was. I didn't know the gift I possessed. I didn't know how talented I was. I didn't even know how handsome people said I was. I didn't realize any of that. I mean, I didn't really, I never got into any of that.
Okay.
And when it finally opens up to you, it's a lot because you have to now learn how to come from the back to the front really fast.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so that's what it's kind of been for me with this music thing. I decided to do it at the beginning of the pandemic. I have always sang in the church. I've sang for everyone,
Okay.
and I end up I ended up doing my first project, which was introducing Tony Walk,
Okay.
and it's a project full of remakes, ballads and jazz stuff, a lot of different Stevie Wonder and
Was
stuff
that
like that.
sorry, was that the video? I saw one of your videos. It was a bit of acting at the beginning, my funny
Yes,
time,
it's
where you
My
just
Funny
took it
Valentine.
back, yeah,
Yes,
to the old school, the old days. Great video,
yes.
great video. Yeah,
Yeah,
go
oh,
on.
thank you so much. And I tell people this because I believe that when you support people and the mayhem, I support substance. So we need to support each other and be there for each other. If we have connections, we can give somebody do that because this
Yeah,
is how we do it without the machine.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so uh, co- tender age of 9, um, church.
You
What
like
was
that
your
tender age of 9, huh?
love it? I keep going back to it because it just really is a segue into my next question. Okay, so what was your first break?
My first break was I don't even know if it was a break. I don't even know if it was
Oh,
like, a big break or whatever. But
you know what it
um
is, Tony. Tony, what I would say to you,
uh
Tone.
Tone, when did you realize that you were that guy?
Not
see,
not breaking, not breaking.
do you want a really
I
honest
want the
question?
honest. I want
Honest
you to
question.
be honest. That's the Mayhem show. We're honest.
Well, the truthful question would be just recently.
All
Just
right.
recently. I'm
Okay.
I'm just discovering me as an artist and as a person. I mean, I know who I am vocally, because I grew up in the church, so I have not even touched what I want to do vocally to music that I would like to sing and stuff because I just want to ease my way into it. I want to be able to have somewhere to go.
All
And
right.
at this point, it's not a genre that I cannot sing because, once again, church gave me the foundation to be able to do that, to be able to sing a cappella, to be able to sing with just the piano, or to
Mm,
be able to sing on spot. This
mhm.
is things
Yeah.
that churches teaches you because it's like it's in the moment, it's now, and that's just what it is. But so I'm learning. I'm still learning. I'm still
Yeah,
learning
yeah,
that I'm that guy because I
yeah.
feel that once you learn that you are that guy, you have nowhere else to go.
You can
I want to
always
be able to go
improve.
wherever I want to go.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
So
You're
I don't think
always
I'm that
rising to the
guy,
top.
but
Yeah.
what I do know
Mm,
is that um, everything that I want to bring forth in life, It
Yes.
depends upon me. It depends on the actions. Because regardless of, I've had this talent for years. I mean, my
Yeah.
very first record deal was MJJ, Michael
Yeah.
Jackson's label. And then
Okay.
I was signed to IMC Entertainment for a production deal. And so I had some, like, some great moments to learn, but also, too, before then, I worked with some of the legends business for years doing beauty.
Yeah.
So I did,
Okay.
like, all that. Yeah, I did Etta James, Mickey Howard, Vesta Williams, Shaka Khan. I mean, on and on and on. All of these
Mm,
people I've had the privilege to work with. And you don't just work with these women, they're legends for a reason. So you learn. It's like you're
yeah.
in school. So when you're able to be so personal with them, you're able to learn how to conduct things and all that. And I think that God wanted me to be able to have this talent and it not be abused and me not be used. And I've been able to get to a point in my life now to where I know what's for me and what's not for me. And because I know that,
Mm,
I'm willing to do what I want to do and not what I don't want to do.
mm. You know when
There's
you
no
know when
need
you
to.
mm,
There's no need to.
no.
Why? I mean, if
Mm,
you're going to do something, just like you're doing the radio show, if you're going to
yeah.
do the radio show, I mean, do it.
Yeah, of
Do
course.
it.
Yeah.
It will get better with time. Yes, things will do this. But the first action is you have to do it. You got to start. And
Yeah.
that's how I got started in the pandemic. I
Yeah.
ended up putting out Love Won't Let Me Wait.
Yeah. Yeah. Love that.
Um, and what ended up happening is that, I mean, people, it was such an overwhelming response to the point that I still didn't even realize that it was me that they wanted to interview. And so I would do these interviews thinking like, oh, okay, well, I'm doing it. I didn't even know the seriousness of it or how people really viewed me talent wise.
Mm,
Because I was just doing something. I just was just singing. I've
yeah.
always had
Yeah.
this gift, so it's nothing impressive to me. I'm like, oh, let me finally put it on record.
Mm, yeah. Well, listen, Tony, you've got a great voice, sultry voice. Where did you actually? Who inspires you?
I don't
Okay.
know if you guys are familiar with
Mm,
Mickey
mhm.
Howard, but
Yes.
Mickey Howard, I mean, I've just had the privilege of being so close to her to the point that when she sings something, I know that she's
Yeah.
singing with truth.
Yeah.
And there's a difference. That's what makes you an artist. It's a different. How it's not about how many runs you can do. It's about what are you conveying to the person that you're singing to. I
Yeah.
want you to have an experience. I want you to leave either feeling loved or even feeling whatever it is that I'm presenting to you when I'm singing to you. I want it to affect you in a way to where you want to do better.
Oh, okay. And you're writing. Do you have a writer, or do you write?
No, not at all. Yes, I've written everything, and I'm still amazed at that. But I'm just learning more and more that when this is something that God wants you to do, He will pave the way, and
Okay.
that's what He's done. Like literally, good vibes only. I wrote the song in 5 minutes.
Oh wow.
I heard the track. I heard the track, and I said, okay, and then I was it was the last song I wrote for the EP because I didn't have a title song yet. I had a vision of what I wanted the album cover to be,
Mhm.
and but I didn't have the title like what it would be. And then so I bought this wallpaper that I was putting up, and it was said had all these positive affirmations on it, and one of them said "Good vibes only."
Okay.
And it stood out as I looked at the whole thing. And I said, oh, that'll be the name of the project. And then, so that's how it came about. And I started to look for the track. And when I found the track, I
Yeah.
literally heard the track and I just went with the beat of what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Nice beat. Nice. Nice. Very. Very nice. Listen. What is next for you? What projects have you got coming up?
Well, Um, as I said earlier, I've been in beauty for years. For years, I've had the privilege of being able to, work with some really great legends, and now I'm on the road with Lettucey, and we
Oh,
just have a
legacy.
great
Wow.
time. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, she is absolutely amazing, and just one of the most beautiful spirits you will ever meet.
Mm.
And so that's it. And I'm having fun doing music, and I'm getting ready to do a live show, and I have a book coming out. I have
Okay.
a beauty book coming out. It's called Cultivating Beauty.
Oh, wow.
I don't know
Wow.
if you can see it, but
Yeah, we can see that.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it's everywhere now on Amazon and everything. This is the final copy I just got
Oh,
to
wow.
read through and fix everything. So since I've done that, it is official. It is now on Amazon, Kindle, and everywhere
Yeah.
else.
I mean,
Yeah.
myself and Mr. Carlos, we want a book written about us. I mean, could you put us onto your publisher? You know, just for
Yeah.
us.
Look, and look, let me tell you. And it's so easy and simple. Do it yourself.
Mm. Or Chat
And if you
GPT.
look,
It's easy.
and if you don't know how to do it yourself, you don't need to be letting nobody else do it for you.
Yeah. Good. Thank you. I was only joking. It wasn't for Carl. It was just for me. Okay. All right. Finally, where can people catch you? We're wrapping up now. Tony Walk. I've got to say, my personal opinion, just before you come in, is I've been listening to your music. I've been listening to your style. You do a lot of rendition as well, and your voice is amazing. I've got to say that, and you're blessed. You're actually blessed because I have been listening, and you know what as well. When you sung "My Funny Valentine," my wife listened to the Shaka Khan rendition, and I said, listen to this. So she was listening to it, and I was like, please say it's good, because my wife is very cutthroat. She said it was so. You done really well. You done yourself proud. Thank you for that.
Well,
So
tell your wife I said, don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Be my funny Valentine.
I play that to my wife. She'll be saying, can I have your number? I don't want her to have your number. We're done out here.
I promise I'm going to only do for her I promise I'm going to only do for her what you can.
All right, yeah, whatever, man. We're gone.
Let's go.
That's funny. Okay, and finally, my final question is: what can people expect from you, Tony? Just wrapping up now. What can people expect from you?
Well, what people can expect from me next is to be seen a whole lot more. Like I'm getting more comfortable now with being out front, and I think I'm finding myself more as an artist. So I'm not um, I'm not confident about who I am anymore. I realize I have a gift. I don't
Yeah.
think it's anything vain or being conceited for you to realize you have a gift. I think for you to really hone that gift and allow that gift to be what God wants it to be, you have to acknowledge it and shape it and teach it and grow it. And you have to do all these things. And so everything will come as it comes. So for
Okay.
right now, just know that whenever you see me, I'm going to be doing something giving back, loving, and,
Yeah.
something to the world.
Okay. Well, thank you so much
Bless
for coming on the show.
Yep. Thank you.
No, thank you for having me. Thank you.
No, 100%.
And I
Thank
want to
you.
hear her sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where can I find your music?
Me?
She's just started, man.
Yeah, where can I find your music?
I've just started, but
Okay.
I've got some stuff coming, but
Yeah.
you can find me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay,
He wants to hear a little vocal.
Okay, so this is it. No. This is it. I understand because I don't like when people put me on the spot
No,
either.
it's fine.
But
It's fine.
No, that's a good thing. Put her on the spot.
Put me on the
I
spot.
want to hear
Put her
her
on the
sing.
spot.
I want to hear her sing.
We want to hear it as well.
Yeah.
What do you want to hear me sing?
Anything. just
Anything you want.
Anything
I
you
want
want.
to hear whatever you want to say.
Do you want Tony to start you off and then you follow?
No, that's
Is
that's
that too
tough.
much
That's
pressure?
tough. No, just sing.
I can do some Jasmine Sullivan.
Yeah.
This is nerve wracking. Oh my gosh.
Shit, on the spot.
Just
Ladies and gentlemen, is Malika with a rendition of Jasmine Sullivan. Over to you. Go for it, my friend.
If I could forget him, I would, please. And I know that I should throw the towel in, but baby, it's not that easy. Hey, you treat me so much better than him, and if I was saying there'd be no competition else.
Yeah. Listen, hey. On the spot, babe, you've done well. You've done
Okay,
well.
so this is something you have to remember. Something you have to remember as an artist.
My voice was shaking, man.
Never. This is something you have to remember as an artist. Never judge yourself. Never judge yourself. Because nobody can do what you do.
Thank
God
you.
created you to do what you do. God created Anthony B to do what he does.
It's not
God created
good,
me to
but
do
yeah.
what I do.
Yeah.
So, and so just know that, and don't be hard on yourself.
No.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Put the project out. Let it go. It's never going to be perfect. It's
Okay.
never going to be sound good enough for you. It's never going. Just put it out,
Yeah.
and then you
Good
will grow
advice.
from that.
Yeah.
Good
Just
advice.
grow from that. Yeah, and this is something else.
Oh.
Don't tell nobody you're a singer until you actually can prove it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks
Yes,
for the
yes, mate.
advice. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We're just going to play 1 minute of your tune and take care. We'll be in contact with you because we're going to be doing a podcast and we're going to have guys like you on, and then we can really talk about the younger generation. Ha.
Yeah, and good. I would love to introduce you to some producers as well too. So,
Hey.
Okay.
hit me up,
Oh,
and I'm
wow.
gonna hook you up with some. Because you don't even have to be in the same city or country anymore. So I can hook you up with
Okay.
somebody to help you with your first single.
Hey, you see?
Thank you, Tony.
Told you it's the Mayhem Clubhouse show. This is what we do.
See how we're supporting you.
Yeah.
got you
You're
back,
lucky,
man.
mate. You're lucky.
Thanks, guys.
You're lucky. Okay, listen, we've got Emerge in the green room and we've got to get them on. So we're going to play your tune, The One For You. Okay? Take care.
Thank you, Tony.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
we keep in contact. I've got your details. So take care. Look after yourself. Yeah?
Yes.
Thank you, my brother.
All
Yes.
right,
Thank
all
you so much, man.
right. Okay.
Lately you've been distant, baby. Tell me what's wrong with you. Need your attention, baby. Let me tell you what I wanna do. Just wanna know you, babe. Just wanna hold you, babe. Just wanna show you, babe. I can be the one for you. Just wanna know you, babe. Just wanna hold you, babe. Just wanna show you, babe. I can be the one for you. For you. For you. For you. Now you got me wishing, baby, I was more bold with you about my feelings, baby. This is what I want from you. Just wanna know you, baby.
It's
The Friday Mayhem Clubhouse Show with our hosts, Antony B and Mr. Carlos.
Man, that's fire.
Very big tune.
Hey,
Big tune.
talking about big tune, we're going to go straight into our next one. We've got Emerge, and they are emerging on our show. Did you like that?
That was good.
No, it was all right. Yeah, I need to really work on my segues and everything. Okay, but before we get him on, before we get the group on, what we're going to do is we're going to play one of their tunes. And I'll tell you what, Mr. Carlos, you're not going to like it. You're going to love it. Take a listen to this.
Friday Mayhem Clubhouse Show with our hosts, Antony B and Mr. Carlos.
Man, that's fire.
That's a
reminisce.
Of the old days, man.
Yeah. Okay,
Nice
shall we
vibe.
bring them in? Shall we bring them in?
Yeah, man.
Live on the Mayhem Clubhouse Show next. R&B group Emerge on the Mayhem Clubhouse Show next.
Hey! Yeah. Put it. I can see the guys. I tell you what.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, that took us back to the 90s, I'm telling you. Wow. You tell myself that I just can't sing. Antony B, you know I can sing. Man, I need to be a part of your group.
You know what? Things are really bad here in the UK.
How you doing, guys? You all right?
Doing all right. Doing real good, man. Doing real good. Real good.
And listen, thank you for coming on Club House Show, boys with the noise. We're out the big bad city of London, by the way, and we've got our co-host up in the building. We've got Malika up in the building. Hey. Hey.
You sound real good too, girl. Keep it going. Keep it up.
Hold on a minute, guys. How comes he didn't even comment on my singing? What's wrong?
Great host, man. Great host.
You're a great host. You guys are funny, man. Anyway, thank you, Emerge, for coming to the show. Tell us a little bit about your journey, because the song that I played, it's got that 90s feel to it, and man, that's where we come from.
Yeah, we can relate to that.
Tell us a little bit about yourselves, yeah.
Well, we're in Atlanta, Georgia right now. This is we are located. Our other member, he's on his way. He got stuck in traffic. But all of us are from different states. Emerge means to rise, and you got three guys with, got the same dream and goal in mind that we came together. Joe came here from Cleveland, Ohio.
D Witt is from Arkansas. You know, I'm from Virginia, so we all in Georgia, and we're trying to bring that R&B back. We need that good feel good music out here again.
Yeah. How long have you guys been doing this for? Looks like I mean, you guys look young. It looks like about 5 years. I'm here all night, man. I got jobs for days.
Collectively, we've been together, you know, a little bit over 10, 11 years.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it a... Go on. Sorry.
I was going to say, but as we all started young, we all started in church young, you know, when we first realized our talents and our gifts.
Yeah. How did they emerge? How did you emerge as a group? Segue. How did you guys come together? Oh, I'm on fire today.
It's crazy, but I always say the Lord brought this group together. You know, like I said, we all come from church, and all of us come from different locations, and we all came to Georgia like in search of the goal, the dream to pursue our music, and we all came together at the right time. It's like when I met Joe, he was doing his thing, and from the moment we met him and he came into the group, man, it was just the vibe. It was it was just meant for us to be doing this thing. Chemistry,
Chemistry. So you've been together, what, 10, 11 years, 10, 12 years? 12 years?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There's 3 in the group, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. When you're actually writing your songs, because I've listened to particularly this one that we've just played, yeah. How do you all collaborate as a team to write, verses of the song?
Yeah, sometimes when we get the tracks, like that song in particular was written when I was 14, 15 years old. It just came back now, and I said it fits good with what we're doing as far as with this group. But normally we get our music, we come together, listen to it, and we write collectively, you know. And then sometimes Joe may get a track and he done wrote his verse, and you know he thinks something will sound good with me or D Witt singing it, and he go ahead and write our verses, and we just come together and learn the parts. But majority of the time we are writing collectively as a group.
Right. And also, if you had to, let's say yourself, had to bring a song to the group, just like when Carlos brings an idea to me, and I said that's a load of rubbish, but I try and talk to him nicely and keep it going. Are you guys, if you had to bring a song and one of your members didn't like the song, are they quite open to tell you, or do you get into a fight?
Them niggas better not tell me they don't like it. I'm liable to put them niggas out the group. No, I'm joking. No,
Many are true words said in jest, man. You meant
talking for what's better for all of us. So if I'm doing something stupid, he gonna let me do it. I'm doing something stupid. He doing something stupid, we gonna be like, nah, man, nah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We want to keep it collective. We won't do nothing crazy. Just let it go because it's crazy. You know?
No, it has been songs that a member didn't want to sing, but once he sang it and he saw how it went over, he was like, okay, I'm glad we went. I went on ahead and agreed to do the song, but we never really disagree about material that we bring together. No.
Okay. You guys are with English Promotion, which is great. This is how I got to know you. And the way you guys sing, it really does take us, as you were saying, back in the day.
It has that vibe.
It has the vibe.
That loving vibe. You know, the vibe that a lot of music these days doesn't have. It doesn't have that loving feel. And me personally, I'm a fan of the 90s, the 80s, and music that has real love in it.
Yeah.
When you listen to it, you don't have to tell the kids to leave the room. You can leave it on. It's safe. It's you're not going to get your kids expelled from school.
I've always said, back in those days, the 90s and the 80s, when we was putting the music out, our lifestyle shaped the music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
generation, the music shaping the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? A
Yes,
lot
it
of them
does.
don't really live that way. They just promoting it. So when they listen to it and they hear it, to them it's they looking at it as reality, but it's just entertainment for somebody. You know what I'm saying? They doing it entertainment, but
I don't.
taking it in. So it's
I don't want to push. I don't want to push you guys into it. I mean, you don't have to actually answer this question, but what's your take on the music now compared to the 80s and 90s? What's your opinion as artists?
I think that as far as our music coming out now, we're in our own lane, because the music that's out now ain't nobody really doing what singing the love and the sound that we're
What you're
doing.
saying.
Everybody, music right now in its expression, they're going with a lot of younger generation, and this is just the way how they are expressing themselves as
Yeah.
music. I remember when I used to sit around the house and play Jodeci and Blackstreet.
Yeah.
And my mom and them used to be, that ain't no music. You need to put on some OJs and some Temptations.
Yeah.
And so it's just like that now with us listening to that type of music, because I'm like, some of it, this ain't real music. I just don't.
No.
Listen.
When you ready to get in that bedroom with your woman and this and that, what are y'all really listening to? Because I don't hear that type of feel out here. Like,
beat it.
Like, But I feel like their music. That's the way they express themselves. And
that's right. Yeah.
And we're still in our lane, so it's people out here that still want to hear this kind of singing that we're doing. They miss it just like when they hear it, they be like, "Lord, that takes me back," or we need that music out here today. So I don't judge other people the music that they put out, but it's like the boy said, man, this music is. When the music changes, it changes the life. Music is the soundtrack of your life. Certain music,
I love that. Love that. Yeah.
So certain music that came out in the 90s was that real love making, real love music, which is scarce right now. And that's what we want to bring back.
I think the music today is lost its realness. The songs they're singing are almost like these computer games. Grand Theft Auto, and it produces a certain type of image and lifestyle, and they're making songs according to that kind of image. There's no realness in there, there's no love.
Yeah, but you know what? I want to hear from Malika. I mean, you're young. I mean, what's your take on it?
I feel like for me, as well as someone who is a songwriter, who sings as well, I feel like for me personally, I like to make music that I feel like relates to me.
Okay.
And like I can imagine the music you lot are talking about as like drill, all of this other music, but that is some people's lives, and I mean they shouldn't be making music about it because everyone's going to listen to it and it's going to be promoted to younger generations. But then that is also what are the parents letting their kids listen to? Because I never grew up listening to any of this music, and I'm this generation.
Yeah,
but I grew up listening to the Beatles or Etta James. But that's just because my parents kind of saw it and was like, I don't want my child to be listening to that. Obviously, as children get older and as we all get older, we're not gonna still listen to that. We're gonna find our own music, but it is also that training, and I feel like it is hard, and I do get what you're saying as well. Like a lot of the music that is being made nowadays, it's just not real. But I do think there are people that are starting to get back. Like I was having a conversation with my mum. It was just like how this music it's starting to sound like music she'd hear when she grew up. Like we'd be in the car, we'd listen to Cleo's Soul, and she'd be like, "Oh, this music is like this is
taking it back."
Yeah, it's got
and Jasmine Sutherland.
It's the great.
So there is.
Yeah, it honestly
it's
depends.
A lot of, I think the penmanship changed a lot, man.
Yeah.
Like the process of writing. You know what I'm saying? Like now it sounds like a bunch of, let me go in, drop this line, then drop the next line. Okay, let me hear that. Drop the verses. Let me sit down and concept the song out and really sit down and put my mind and my pen to this song and really write a song. Not a freestyle and music that just fit the beat and pop or whatever.
So because you guys 80s, 90s, that kind of vibe, you know, what's the response you actually get from the audience? What's the response you get from people, really?
Real honestly, we have been hitting the younger bracket age group around 25, that's starting to, click into the emerge vibe liking our stuff. But everybody that hears us, they love our music. They love. We got so many different styles in our group. Like we can do Blackstreet, Jodeci. We can sing certain songs that'll give you that feel because we studied these type of music from the 90s.
Yeah, sure.
So we can come with anything. So people that hear us, they love that we're so versatile in what we're doing. No song don't sound the same. We can go from Southern soul to R&B. It's just so many things that we can do collectively. So when people hear our music, that's what they hear. They hear the versatility in the group.
Okay, and when you perform, what's the kind of what do you get crowd wise? Do people still throw bras at you guys? Underwear?
We're almost to the panties and bra stage. We're almost to that stage. We get a lot of wow, people that can't believe that it's still people out here really singing like this and
I love that.
Like that. It's like
we shock.
We shock a lot of people. Definitely.
Well, you know what it is. I just think a lot of companies are producing low vibrational music that's on a low vibration, and I think what you guys are doing is bringing back good, healthy vibrational music with love. There's a connective feeling. There's a love that warmth that comes from type of singing, and I think it's so important. Even the mainstream is not promoting that type of. That we ignore. You listen to a song that says kill, 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 then you go out and kill, kill, kill. I don't understand why.
And this is the reason why I respect artists like you, because you're from the younger generation. However, you're not going down the road. You want to play and music that touches people's heart and soul. From what you were saying, so and what the guys were saying, and how he wants to put a producer your way because they all want to help you because they can see you're going in the right direction and you're growing. So yeah, guys. No, thanks for that.
Definitely.
Yeah,
just continue doing what you're doing. That's what I was saying.
So my question is, because we're going to wrap up soon, what is next for you guys? Have you got an album coming out? Please, 100%, please say yes.
Yes, we're definitely in the lab right now. We're getting with a hellified producer, man. We God has blessed us with the right people to put in our corner, and we got an EP about to come out, and it's gonna be some fire. I hope y'all ready for it because we coming with it. It's gonna be real singing with real producers and people that see the vision that we see. So be on the lookout. It's coming. Y'all gonna like it.
I'm sorry, what do you mean be on the lookout? You're just going to send it to us, yeah? What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, I'm need y'all playing this every time, Jack.
We will play it. Yeah. You've seen the videos. You know the production here, man. Come on, it's going to be high.
Yes.
Okay. And finally, what is next for you guys? What does the future hold?
Well, once we drop this EP, we trying to take over the game, man. We're not just a R&B group. We don't want people to look at it just as an R&B group. We're producers. We're songwriters. We got our own little label. So we're trying to put out acts as well. We're trying to build our whole family up, as far as with the music and get that real music back out there.
Love that.
And we coming over there to take over. It got to be a spot for us over there now.
Yeah, man. You can come on our show.
We coming right there, Jack. We come to have some stuff lined up for us.
Listen, the only time you're going to come up if you're looking for a fourth member your band, yeah, of your group. That's it. Nothing to talk about. I could see the guy saying, "Yeah, let's make it happen when they get over here."
Yeah,
Sorry, man. Sorry.
You need someone. You need someone to put the speaker boxes away, to wrap up the microphones.
Out there, man.
Yeah, man, carry the stuff outside. Yeah, that's what you need him for.
You gotta work your way up over here.
Yeah, work his way up. Lift up 2 speaker box. You know, that's...
I could lift the speaker box. I could carry your microphones. No, thanks. It's been great. We're going to get you back on when do you think your EP is going to drop?
Next couple months?
Yeah, next couple of months. You give us a couple of months, about 3 months.
Yeah.
2 to 3 months. We're going to have that thing out. You're going to hear something from us way before then, a single or something. But the whole EP, yeah, about the top of the year, y'all going to be hearing the new Emerge adventures we coming out with y'all on. Man. Y'all going to love it, man.
And you're emerging to right to the top. Yeah. So I can't help it. I just can't help. Hey, guys, you know I'm going to get on with you. I already do. I want to get on with you guys. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Oh, by the way, when your songs come out, are you going to complement it with a video?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Love that.
Definitely gonna have video with the single.
Everything.
And then check us out on Music by Emerge on Facebook.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where can we get
by
it?
Emerge on Instagram, Music by Emerge on TikTok, Music by Emerge on YouTube.
Yeah, and obviously, and English promotions as well. Yeah,
yep.
Good.
Contact with promotion for any bookings.
Yeah,
or anything we want to know about the group.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for coming on. It was a pleasure interviewing. You guys are funny, man. But seriously, your music takes us back. We need to have these love songs brought back again. Oh, by the way, with your love songs, just really quickly, with your EP, are you going to have any tempo songs?
Oh, yes. Yeah. We coming with the club bangers. That's why we're getting with the producer we're getting with right now.
Okay.
He gonna bring us some club bangers. So we got some club stuff coming. We're gonna have them good old ballads. And we like I said, we're gonna have a little bit of everything. Southern soul, everything. So just be on the
looking forward to it, man.
Can't wait. Well, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Shall we do the horn thing? Yeah. Yeah, and do yeah. Thank you so much.
No, thank you, guys.
And take care and look after yourselves. Yeah, have a good weekend. And I contact you guys. Yeah, because still looking to be in that group. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Y'all have to be good. Y'all be safe.
Bless, brother.
Yeah, you be safe as well, guys. All right. Okay.
Should have loved you. Won't you take me back tonight? We used to make love all night long, and I miss you, girl. I need you back in my life. I'll be a needed light. The one you squeeze at night and let me please you right. Let's return to the time when we were in love, when we were emerged as one. We
Friday Mayhem Clubhouse Show with our hosts, Antony B and Mr. Carlos.
So, yeah.
See, we got someone that looks young, but we got someone that is young.
Yeah.
There's a big difference, guys.
Yeah. And that ain't me, man. I'm old. You look young. Yeah, man.
No,
So
lovely.
Thanks for that. Thanks. Would you like to say hi to anybody whilst you on Annette and Richard for hooking us up to get you on?
Hello, Annette. Hello, Richard. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. And thank you guys for having me too.
No, thank you. It's a pleasure. The pleasure's all ours. Okay. All right. It's the Mayhem Clubhouse Show with the boys with the noise, Antony B and Mr. Carlos, and our special guest, our co-host Malika, up in the building. We're out until next month. Oh, I tell you what, just before we go
Malika,
on.
Is there anything you want to tell the public where to find you?
Oh, that's hard.
If you want them to hear
That's
you.
hard.
If you want them to chase you.
That's hard.
Let us know.
You can follow me on Instagram.
Oh.
It's at Malika, so MALIKALENNON. It's just my name, Malika Lennon, on Instagram, and you can find me there.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's a pleasure. Pleasure's all ours. But we're out the building. Thank you. Say goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, peace. We're gone.
Click and subscribe to the Mayhem Clubhouse Show YouTube channel.